1. Well, I'm not alone, everybody. I'm not alone. I don't have to suffer these last 5 fandom menacers or the fandom gaslighters. Let your voices be heard.
Mad reviewer Kiyama and all his madness just has to watch this.
And the logical yet very calm-minded Bushido Blade Warrior here coming at you from memory side.
And where's the gunslinger?
Gunslinger Soma might be out for just a few minutes.
Well,
He'll be fine.
Yeah, he'll be fine because he already knows most of the situation. So we gotta hit the first, because you see at the bottom, it says right here, they already have it tagged. Cowboy Bebop. They only
Death Note and
Netflix. They only hashtag those because again, they can only use that argument that Death Note, yes, being the only bad adaptation, which I agree with, but that's like beating a dead horse at this point. So let's get into the cancer that's Yellow 2 Flash and his weak excuse of narcissism.
Well, sweet Jesus, hit play, right? It's opening music.
So the other day, Netflix dropped a bunch of promotional material for Cowboy Bebop. And it got a lot of people talking about it. Japan, by the way, does not care for it, which...
Okay, I had to pause that already. Even us, all of us know this. Japan is automatically biased against live-action adaptations. So should their opinion really matter on this?
Not really. But honestly, I think the only opinion they should have would be the actors. That would be it. You know what I mean?
The only one they're targeting is Faye Valentine. But it's like, you notice all these videos that these guys did were all within the day to 2 days of each other. It's like the Fandom Menace act in unison.
Like the Borg.
I know, like they've become the Borg of YouTube. I'm gonna hit the button.
Shouldn't be too big of a surprise. I mean, this honestly shouldn't exist. If you want my real opinion, this doesn't need to exist.
Pause. Pause. Yeah, pause it. He says it doesn't need to exist because the anime exists. I mean...
No. Let me put a flaw in this guy's logic.
Go ahead.
This doesn't need to exist? How many live actions to a bridge series to other stuff have we seen that shouldn't exist? A lot. So shut your mouth, Yellow 2 Flash. Continue.
Anime was done very well. It's a great anime. If you've never seen it, you should check it out. You're missing out on some really good stuff. What is the need for this to exist outside of money?
Everything... I have to pause it now. Anything, whether it's good or bad, everything is made with the intention of money in mind. He's using that age-old argument saying, oh, it's only made because of money. Everything is made with money in mind. I mean...
I'm gonna quote Angry Joe here. Fuck you, give me money.
Like, seriously. Bushido, you even know this. Everything is made with money in mind. Why else would you make it? I mean, seriously. Wait, where is Bushido there?
Oh, whatever. Continue.
Yeah.
Continue.
They'll be back.
There isn't a reason. But they're making it. I have very, very, very low expectations. I
He has low expectations for everything, so that's irrelevant.
don't expect this to be good. Anybody that's seen...
I'm just saying, because he says, I'm going to it with very low expectations, but he goes into everything with low expectations. He already says he goes into it. He already damages his own judgment by going into it with that mindset. So he's already going into it, ruining it for himself, because a fan's expectations can never be met. Fans have unrealistic expectations on everything.
That's an elitist mindset going into this, I've noticed.
They have tribalism.
That god-awful Netflix adaptation of Death Note.
He brought up Death Note. Nothing new.
They really have no idea what the hell they're doing. Now, I will say that for the most part, the look of the anime they have down pretty good. Like
now he's saying that they... Now, mind you, he's going to contradict himself within these two
Oh,
videos.
go ahead.
He says it's got the look of the anime down packed.
The look is there. I actually like John Cho.
From what I
John
just saw
Cho.
of John Cho and Jet Black, it looks really good.
But it's
And
all targeted
the Faye
towards
Valentine in
Faye
your earlier video, she even herself says you can't wear tissue paper and stuff like that. They have to change it for her to do the stunts.
And tissue paper is a term to use for stuff that, like clothing that can rip.
Basically,
Yeah.
in the production terms of what John was trying to get at, they use it's a slang term in there, and it's used for clothing that tears real easy, and because like tissues.
Exactly.
And
I
she's gonna be
think
doing her
it's
own.
pretty good.
You don't want to wear clothing that would look will tear very easy.
Yep.
Black looks
Unless you're into
alright.
porn.
The biggest issue is, of course, Faye Valentine. And a lot of people
Our own Faye Valentine.
are letting their criticisms be known for this. And it's pretty easy to guess why. This is not the same character.
He says it's not the same character. You know why? Because they're thinking with their dicks and not their head. Because they'd rather have a cosplayer who can't act fulfill the role rather than somebody with acting merits. You know, it's like they want, what's the term? It's not quality over quantity, is it? That it would work for this?
I would say yes and that no. I'm not sure how I would predict this. Well, here's my opinion of the whole how she looks thing. It looks fine, and I believe I mentioned this on my stream. I said there were only two ways you could get Faye Valentine, two ethnicalities. Either we got a really good Latino, like the skin color of like Michelle Rodriguez, remember how I said that?
Yeah.
Or she gotta be flat out Asian.
And this
The
chick
only
looks like
demographic.
this chick looks like
What
she
they
falls in
want
the
is
middle.
basically a cosplaying porn star. Well, that's not gonna work because they ain't got no experience on acting. You have to-
That's almost like that one e-cosplayer thought.
Has anybody ever seen a
Comedy
bad
guy,
bad
that's
movie
it.
made by cosplayers? It's bad. It looks fine, but they can't act worth a damn.
Shit, exactly.
Mhm.
Damn, we're only a minute and 40 seconds, and this guy's logic's falling apart. I'm pressing play.
Well, I'm gonna keep going here.
Yeah.
Faye Valentine is a nice looking actor from what I can tell, and yes, I've seen some cosplayers one for one, but I don't want to see complete
What's the
sluts.
look? Like, I say, seriously, why do the look completely if the acting's not going to match up? This is not the last. This is like they're trying to.
Plus, we gotta put together. This is something you don't. Most people. I'm a big anime fan, so you can call me a weeb, talker, whatever. That show was made in the '90s, people. You're looking at a '90s aesthetic. That's like asking for Batman and the tights and everything. That won't fly that well. So of course some alterations have to be made involving Faye's outfit. Otherwise, you're just gonna look something that's completely out of place in a cyberpunk world in today's standards.
Exactly. And what's funny is, they tried to compare it to Cyberpunk 2077, but that's not really an insult because you're comparing it to a cyberpunk world because it is a cyberpunk world. So it's like they tried to insult
It's a
it.
steampunk setting.
Yeah, but they gave it an unintentional compliment trying to insult it.
Yeah, I know. Are we gonna continue?
Yeah, I'm gonna hit the button right now.
This is a more progressive Faye Valentine.
He's calling her a progressive Faye Valentine, by the way.
Which, did you think we were going to get anything else other than a progressive Faye Valentine?
Okay, he keeps using that term progressive. Do you see, is the progressive lady anywhere here? I want to know, where is she at?
Okay, here's a
where's
good
the
question.
progressive?
This is something I've noticed. Are you playing or have you paused?
I paused it. I'm trying to find the progressive girl. He's talking about progressive.
Let's just keep it paused for a second. This is a modus operandi I'm noticing with Yellow 2 Flash. He loves throwing politics in this.
In everything.
What does
yeah.
progressive and like right and left, Democrat and Republican, conservative and all them have to do with this? Nothing. You're trying to put politics to spice up your content. If you want to critique someone, you say, "Oh, the thing doesn't look that nice, but it's a nice-looking actor." You don't need to throw politics in here. This is another thing I'm noticing about Yellow 2 Flash.
Mm-hmm.
Bushido?
Yeah.
Okay, play.
Valentine, a covered up from head to toe woman. I'm surprised she's even showing any of her stomach.
You know, he's also leaving out the fact. Now this is something I gotta say. He says she's covered head to toe, but wasn't there scenes in the anime where Valentine did cover up? You know,
she would wear like a business suit and
it's
stuff.
exactly. It's called
she was
infiltration.
He was an infiltrator spy, if I recall right. Now, I need you to tell me when you hit play, okay?
I'm about to hit it right now.
Okay.
Now, this, of course, is going to get the same old criticism from the far left people.
He's bringing in poor politics. Continue.
And it's like, okay, well, that's where it ends and begins, then, I guess, is just that criticism. And it's always funny. It's like they do they not notice that in every single piece of medium now, like women are covered up. Women aren't allowed to dress sexy anymore. You know, they're not allowed to do that anymore.
You ad.
They're not allowed to show any skin unless they're
Stupid
fat.
ads.
I want to be like that. If that's the
All right. I'm letting the ads play because we can use that as just intermission to talk while the commercial. Because I got 2 ads. That's the thing. I don't have to pause it. I got 2 ads already going, but I lowered the volume.
Okay. Alright. For one, he keeps using progressive and all these other political terms. This has nothing to do with this.
Mhm.
Literally, let's admit it. When we look at Faye Valentine, we think of our dicks.
But that's the thing. They're telling everybody else not to think with theirs, but they think with theirs. Which it's like...
Oh, and you're pretty biased, Yellow Flash. You literally said if she's fat, that's unattractive.
That's the thing.
Wait,
You're going there.
Is this about Yellow Flash?
Yeah,
we're talking about the...
we're watching his stuff, recording over it.
And he's part of that.
Yeah, about Cowboy Bebop and all that.
Fuck Phantom Menace. They're a bunch of fucking pussies that deserve to eat a bunch of
We're recording.
Yeah, Conundrum.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, go ahead. You can talk about this because that's what this is about. We're going through. We're just on video number 1. We're going through 5 different. We're going through the last 5 big videos that has gone on.
Wait. Yeah, I forgot to say this also. Fuck Clownfish TV, that fucking whiny ass anime wannabe weeaboo Narotard.
Narutard, that's a funny one.
Damn.
I'm not gonna forget that one.
We know you hit play, okay?
I'm about to hit it right now. I'm hitting it right now.
the case, then it's starting to brave and truly progressive.
Sorry, I
But
just
if
hate
it's a
Phantom
woman
Menace with a burning passion.
But John needs to speak up real loud when
traditional
he hits play.
sexy look, they get knocked off. They're terrible. Why are you doing this? Why are you attracting the male gaze? All that stuff. That's what it always comes down to. Like cosplayers doing it better as always. And always.
All right, now he's bringing up the cosplayers. I have this showing right now on my screen. He's bringing up the cosplayers, but he's leaving out one thing. Cosplayers, girls can't act. So they just want the visual appearance, but then they'll be like, well, she looks like her, but they could have done better and got somebody who could act and look like her at the same time. I was like, they have conflicting arguments. He has so many conflicting arguments. Of course cosplayer girls are going to do it better because that's what they do. And there's cosplayer girls who get enhancements like boob jobs, facial recon. Sometimes they go that far, but he leaves that out.
He does. There's some women who just look like thick as hell. It's for the clicks, and they'll regret it later when they turn 50.
Exactly. I mean, don't get me wrong. All these chicks that I've seen on my screen, yes, they could pass off as a Faye Valentine, but here's the thing. They're acting either A, and here's the thing. One of them I saw on a certain website, so he's also trying to say a certain type of actress for a certain parody of Cowboy Bebop would do a better job. Yeah, she'll do a better job swallowing than talking. Yes, she'll do a better job swallowing than talking. Maybe Star Wars girl should change her profession if she wants to get somewhere. Alright, I'm hitting the play button.
I just found it funny. There was literally an article that came out about this when they announced the show, talking about how, we're going to have to have Faye look like a real human woman. Women don't look like this.
He says that they're trying to make them look like real human women because women don't look like anime girls. They don't!
They don't, by design. And, okay, I gotta bring up something. This involves anime in general. Have you ever noticed the anesthetic in Bushido? You will notice this too. not many anime characters look straight up Asian.
Very
I mean,
true.
If we look, I mean, Kenobi brought Boruto or Naruto. That looks like a European person, correct?
Seriously,
Yeah.
Naruto looks like
Looks
one of those
like
kids that he looks like one of those kids that is
No, John, let me finish. John, let me finish. Literally, what they do is they usually tend to pick somebody from like to European to different kind of ethnicalities, usually. And the most time you'll ever see an Asian-looking person is in manga. In anime, it tends to be Europeanish looking to like a mixture.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, for example, yeah, when it goes to anime, it's like that. Try turning a 2D woman into a 4D woman. It's not gonna work that well. The best you can try to get to fleshiness is like CG nowadays.
And then
Because
I
the
bet
Resident
they
Evil
would get
stuff.
chastised for doing. I bet they would get chastised for doing that. So, oh, you should make it practical, not CG. And it's like, that's the thing. Every time they think they come up with a solution, their solution causes more problems than a solution.
I'm only pointing out. I'm still pointing out some flaws with animation because you're talking to. I'm talking to a degree here. But like I say, it is very hard to pull off. The most realistic we've seen so far when they're trying to do that with Capcom Darkness stuff. Okay, that's them trying to bring animation into realism, looking like 3D. If you just stick to 2D animation, anime cartoons, what do you want to call it nowadays? With people, it can't transition well into straight up human looking. Now the best ones I've seen are the Rurouni Kenshin movies, Bleach one, like you said, the Elric Brothers one, the Full Metal Alchemist one. And the Dynasty Warriors one. They pulled it off because mostly Asian, and they stuck to a few people when they even deviated to a different ethnicality that would fit the aesthetic.
Yep.
Right.
Because I mean, Full Metal Alchemist, it's like Europe. It's like Asians in Europe because it's got more of a Europe aesthetic. Alright, I'm hitting the play button.
They don't look like this. And it's like, well, yeah, they do. I'm looking at several of them right here.
He says that they don't look, but he says he's using continues to use cosplayers, saying as long as they look like this, they do exist. I was like, so you're just basically telling us that you like your women all substance on the all fine on the outside, but no substance on the inside.
So he wants a talentless, stupid actor, talentless woman acting, which it doesn't. I mean, I've seen that a ton of times in some bad movies. That usually would be a bad movie, but if we're trying to do a AAA or AA title here with production value, you can't do that, okay? It just doesn't work.
It's just like that's the thing, that he's that stupid. He's just stupid. I mean,
I've watched Yellow 2 Flash back in the day for certain content just because I found some of it funny.
But it's gotten stale because he needs politics.
Yep.
Alright. Continue.
Here. Okay. So, yeah, they do exist, but this beauty is no longer the standard. You're not allowed to have beautiful women. We have to have regular women with,
I gotta just one quick pause before I play it a little longer. He's basically saying that he wants his women to look like anime women and regular women are a problem. Or
I already explained it doesn't work that way.
I know.
It can't.
All
I've
the
debunked that
imperfections
argument
that
already.
This is why I ain't
crazy
saying
man
shit.
reviewing.
See, this is why I'm not saying shit for the whole goddamn time for a reason. Because I really want to hear every last. I want to hear everything from start to finish before I say my goddamn piece on
Oh
it.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can say stuff in the in-betweens when we switch from video to video.
Oh no! No, you know me, man. I like to hear my
I
shit
got an
start
idea
to
for
finish.
Soma. Why don't you watch the whole video, and while we're critiquing it here and there, you'll be already done with the video, and you can sit there and simmer on what you think, and then you can full blast it.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
Yeah.
you should do that. Yeah, that's what you should do.
Okay, we'll be the critiquers in between, and at the end of it, you critique the whole damn thing.
I understand. That's
That's how
what
we go, audience.
Alright, I'm hitting
Right, hit play.
that real women have, and men have imperfections too, but people want to look at sexy people. Oh, but you're not allowed to have sexy women anymore. That's just not allowed. You can't have that. And if you complain,
If you Yellow 2 Flash, if you want to have sexy women, why don't you go subscribe to some OnlyFans girls, or go subscribe to
definitely.
because I'm pretty sure his sex life must be in the toilet if he wants every girl to look like Faye Valentine. All right, play.
or criticize that this is what Faye is going to look like. This is not Faye Valentine.
He said, "Well,
Oh my God! You went to salon?
he's
Quit
saying
bringing politics into this.
he's saying that this is not Faye Valentine, but based on his opinion, he's saying that his opinion is the overall opinion."
He's being a gatekeeper, and it's annoying the piss out of me.
I know,
already.
right?
I see how we've got 4 more videos of this bullshit to go through in Geeks and Gamers and Star Wars Girl. I'm gonna hit play.
But this is the far left dream for Faye Valentine. This, I would have
Pause for a
I'd
second.
guessed this chick right here.
He just said he would cast the cosplayer chick. Okay, so when she gets criticized for her acting, are you gonna come out and defend her?
I'm at 4 minutes and 40 seconds.
I'm at 4 minutes and 6 seconds.
Okay. Well, I'm a little bit further ahead of you. And let's just say the rabbit hole gets worse. So I'll stop for a minute and let you catch up to 4 minutes and 40 seconds. But one thing I gotta just say right here, Yellow 2 Flash, is this is oh God. Just play it. Play it.
Here in the upper left.
And tell me when you catch up to 4 minutes and 40
She
seconds.
nails. But we can't have beautiful women. No. And if you criticize it, we get articles like this now, by the way.
And he's using a dummy article, actually. But it's come and find out that article that was made talking about Cowboy Bebop fans, male outrage, like horny outrage. That was a fake article designed to get that, and they're using that as legitimacy. I'm hitting
They
continue.
don't fact check. This is another thing that's
found this.
problem with these people, these gatekeepers.
They don't fact
is
check.
they don't like to cross-reference check everything. Because when you do something like this, you need to not only pull up the one you're looking at, you need to pull multiple articles. This is why even on stuff that I've reported on, John, or people on my history lessons, I've looked into them, or I know personally of their history myself.
I know their form of
I've even brought information to you, Bushido, you, John, and you, Soma, before, haven't I? Before we do the discussion.
I know what their form of cross-referencing is. They'll be like this. Yellow will be like, well, I uploaded this. Oh, my other group members are using the same thing. Then it's official.
No, but you get what I mean. This is what they don't do. They don't do multi-cross-checking. Even me, when I did Frank, I tried to get as much information in multi-cross-checking as possible.
Oh, by the way, speaking of Frank, Frank isn't dead yet.
Okay,
Great.
it's fine.
Yeah,
regardless
that
of
though has been super fake, but yeah.
Regardless of that, when we report on Frank, I have to do multiple cross-checkings when doing him. This is something they don't do. They clickbait the hell out of shit.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, let me know when you get to 4 minutes and 40 seconds.
Yeah, I'm at 4 minutes and 20 seconds. I'm going to hit play.
Looking through Salon for something to talk about, and I saw this. Cowboy Bebop's horny male rage problem. They've changed the title, by the way. Of course, Cowboy Bebop is already inciting horny outrage and hasn't even premiered yet. The men of genre fandoms don't want their scantily clad female characters messed with. So what else is new? Hailing this as it's groundbreaking. She's literally wearing gloves. You can't see her hand. Like, there's no skin to be shown. Now, if she was overweight, they would probably push for her to...
Alright, I paused it. Now it's because...
Okay, pause. And he calls other people sexist?
He's being sexist himself.
I know! I'm just pointing that out right there. At 5 minutes and 50, he said like 7 sexist comments ever. And I thought I was bad. Damn. Continuing.
to dress like this. Such a weird world that we live in. Such a weird world that we live in. You can already...
Oh God, you're bringing up Brie
This
Larson?
one is
That's
just
the
a fun...
biggest
Like, they
clickbait
literally
bitch
talk
ever.
about Brie Larson. They talk about...
Birds of Prey?
Who was the other one? Margot Robbie and Birds of Prey, and how Birds of Prey wanted to get rid of the male gaze.
I pause that at 5 minutes because you see they're only looking for articles that uses the key words that they want to hear, that the keywords that they know they can bitch about. It's the same
Exactly.
shit.
If you look at the headline, it says, "Of course, Cowboy Bebop is already enticing horny male outrage. It hasn't even premiered yet." And this is another thing Yellow Food Flash is not doing. He's not zooming in on the context of the word down below so that you can read some of it. He's just showing you the big main headlines. It's a stupid thing to do if you're reporting on a situation.
Yep.
Swear.
The fact is, his video was so boring and out of substance.
Wait, he brought up the article.
Yeah, I know. I got a pause where he's reading it. I'm at 5 minutes and 25 seconds.
I'm at 45 seconds.
So let me hit the button.
But of course, you know, that movie was a big flop too. So maybe you should have had a little bit of that in the movie. A whole article just pretty much raging at the fact that people aren't accepting this. This article is actually a little bit better in the fact that it tries to make some points. The debate around Faye's outfit in Cowboy Bebop is more complicated than it seems. But what's funny about this one is that this writer, Stacy Henley here, wants to agree with what we say.
Yeah, I'm listening.
One of the things Yellow Tooth Flash has a modus operandi for doing is, again, he highlights certain pieces of the article just to get your attention. That's another dumb thing. Well, because bright colors will immediately zoom in on the attention of the thing. So that immediately, that trick there shifts the narrative to his favor. Instead of reading the damn article to you or pointing out all the facts, he's only going to nitpick it because he's highlighted it already.
I'm about to hit play right now because that's exactly what he's doing. And now he's looking at an article that says, "Oh, this person wanted to agree but retracted." It's the problem is
That's what I'm doing. I've looked at it and he highlighted it part of the he cherry picked it.
What's funny is
Play
they
this for a little bit longer.
Yeah.
You'll notice he's cherry picking the article to spin the narrative in his favor.
They talk about people. See, the one thing the Fandom Menace does is that they get at people. They're saying, "Oh, they'll chastise people for saying, oh, you don't want people to have opinions. You only want people to agree with your opinions." But then they want everybody to agree with their opinions.
I would rather have multiple opinions than just an echo chamber.
Exactly.
Than an echo chamber or just screaming into the void.
Which is what
Bushido,
they
you've
do.
been quiet a lot, and I've been throwing nitpicks here and there. What do you think of this, how he controls the narrative?
I mean, I've watched the Yellow Flash 2 for, like, the whole 2 years ever since the whole Vic Mignogna thing. And it's like, when it comes to other things outside the case, it's like, bro, are you trying to spin this and put a narration on this just so that you can fit a dialogue to fit your own narrative in this scenario? I mean, it seems like, as you said, it's gatekeeping, and I don't think that's entirely cool. I mean, you're more than willing to have your own opinion. So,
But
don't try not to be like a cult leader trying to have control over the masses on what you say, just so that people can actually change their mind over on what they think or feel.
Yeah.
God, I'm a tiny channel, and I can do a better critique than this. Damn.
Seriously, we can do their concept, but better.
Mhm.
Alright, I stopped that. I'm about to hit the button now.
And that's what I say about that.
Want to destroy beautiful women and how women aren't allowed to dress sexy anymore. That's right here. Listen to this. Pinata is still instantly recognizable as Faye, but in being covered up, we lose a little bit of her visual characterization. It's a tough line to walk. Mostly, the problem with criticizing the change means I'm throwing my voice in with the vagina bones enjoyer. And no, I will not be doing that. And that's how
Pausing
the
at
article
7.
ends. After making out
0
several
seconds,
points
so stop there.
that
What? What happened? Keo, what'd you say?
I'm at 7 minutes and 0 seconds. Stop when you get there. I know you're a little behind me.
Okay.
That, by not allowing her to dress like that, you're basically saying that women that want to dress like that get sometimes. So a lot of the criticism that's there for like a woman who dresses really sexy is they'll say she's doing it for male approval, or that she's a tease, or that she's asking for it. And women having the right to dress like that kind of gets destroyed a little bit by covering them up every time they're in media. Is basically some of what she says in this article. And
So this is only a few second pause. Then, dude, go get yourself a hooker or a mail order bride if you want it to dress any way you want.
And this is
like-
another thing. He's critiquing someone else's critique, but their critique's a hell of a lot better than his critique.
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, they're pointing out, oh, they could do this better, but the actress herself even told you why they couldn't do it.
But they took her words, warped it, and put words in her mouth, which is another thing.
Exactly.
So it's just, oh Lord.
And how they poisoned the well, audience, is they took her words, but they had already read these articles, so they took the words of these articles, took what she said about that, which was her opinion and what she had to go through for the acting, to poison it, to make... Their intent is to make this movie bomb. Because
TV
people
show.
are allowed to have fun things.
Yeah, and it's, mind you, it's a TV show rather than being condensed into a movie.
Alright, I'm gonna hit play.
That's what I'm doing.
the fact that women are designed like that and will dress like that sometime is because, well, being sexy is, you are going to kind of get looked at a little bit more. I'm not saying they're asking for anything, but just about everybody loves attention and praise. I don't see anything wrong with getting a little bit of praise. It says here, I understand why Faye's outfit has been changed. I've seen many cosplayers dress up as Faye over the years, and while lots of them were deliberately sexualizing her, it's hard to accurately translate her outfit and make it look like something a real-life woman would consciously choose to wear. I've seen plenty of real-life women consciously choose to dress like Faye Valentine.
He's saying that he knows plenty, he says he sees plenty of real women that choose to consciously dress like her. Yeah, I bet I know where you find them. You either find them on the corner, you find them working the street, you find them working the porn industry, or you see them only on OnlyFans or in the strip club. So it's basically...
Or he goes to the anime conventions.
Or you go to anime conventions, or you use Google Images and stuff, and you'll get your daily dose there.
Exactly, but it's almost like that's how he assumes all women, like, he feels that that's how women need to dress.
Wait, go ahead, John.
I'm saying that's how he feels women need, like, does everyone...
I don't have to say something about that. I'm really gonna have to say something to that. Sorry for me cutting in, but this right here, I'm gonna have to say. This comes directly from a southerner. Personally. Anybody who have that kind of type of mind frame is something mentally wrong with you into ways that don't return. All because of the single fact that I have been hearing every last goddamn shit that this dude is talking about. To the goddamn point, I already came up with my damn decision.
Oh, when we're finished with the video, I want to hear you roast the shit out of this guy.
Oh yeah, I got some shit.
Let him do him, Soma.
Don't worry, I'm laying.
Yeah, we still got 2 minutes on it, don't worry. 2 minutes on
Hit
play.
play.
And that's just video 1 of 5.
Where have you been? It's the future, and there's different fashion and everything else, but Spike wears a suit, Jet wears standard worksman overalls with the sleeves cut off. Sure, Faye is younger and more fashionable, but her anime look would seem out of place if recreated directly. I disagree. It's a fantasy movie.
He's saying he disagrees because it's a fantasy, and he's still going to bring up the argument that if cosplayer girls can do it,
Part of fantasy is fantasy.
Right there. He's already arguing about how she looks, but he says let's see a problem with fantasy there. That's a contradiction in itself. Trying to create your own damn paradoxes?
that's how they work.
So you can dress however you want to dress the character. I don't see the problem with this. There's this big regression in how females are allowed to dress now. if you ever seen the movie, the more modern, the Time Machine movie, there's a scene where like you can see the fashion in the windows change, and the woman's dress gets shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter as time goes on. And now we're literally going back in time.
Oh my
Now,
god.
like, women are expected to completely cover from head to toe. Almost like they line up with a certain type of radical law that's out there.
He's comparing it to radicalism. Oh my god. Where we only got 1 minute left. Then we all.
Anyway, that's pretty much it. I'm expecting this to heat up as we get closer to the release for this show. I don't like how it looks.
Okay, whatever. The video's over to the grave.
Yeah, he already said. He says he doesn't like her look, but that's the thing. Just because he
caught
doesn't
something.
like it,
I caught something.
huh?
He said, I'm just gonna go watch the animated series. As in, he hasn't watched it yet. Soma, take it away.
Hold on, gotta pause my music on that one. I gotta pause music. Trying to eat, trying to drink the goddamn tea. I gotta pause on that shit. Okay, now I gotta go ahead and step on in the bowl. Now I gotta step in. Okay, all this bullshit, you nothing but cocks in the asshole. Known as Two-Face. Known as motherfucking Two-Face. He's Two-Facing his whole fucking goddamn. For the whole time, listen to this. I mean, listen to this from John end and my end. He Two-Faced. You are Two-Faced an asshole. So why the motherfucking fucking up that somebody? I understand you YouTuber, everything. You doing your content the way that you want to do. But your P's and Q's are off fucking point, including your fucking logic is off fucking point. To the goddamn folks, somebody on the internet to fact check your ass as quick as possible.
Did you notice, Soma, that when he highlighted certain segments of those articles, he didn't technically read them out? He took key words from every article he picked to spin it in his favor.
Of course. I noticed that shit. I noticed that shit. That shit irked me because the things like you don't do that bullshit. Because you're getting false information.
You bring the whole context. He's taking everything out of context, and don't we all hate that here?
Seriously.
Yep.
What he is doing, and I'm gonna say this, false information.
Ooh, that grills me. I hate that.
That pissing me the fuck out. Give people, if you have to give people the proper information. You don't give people the wrong fucking information. And then like, oh, this mother sucks and all this kind of shit. Bitch, that's on you. Cause you giving somebody the false information. The only thing folks gotta do is point the finger at your motherfucking ass. Cause you the one gave he or her the fucking information the first thing to start with. My fucking goddamn god. Dude, you need to get your motherfucking mind the fucking goddamn together. Cause somebody's gonna put your ass if on it.
Just to let you know, now I have it paused on his second part, which is only 8 minutes, but this time he's basically saying whoever defends the decision are beta boys.
I see the title. Let me. I'm gonna add 2 cents to kind of what Soma said here.
Add it, please add it. I want to hear you.
And when he wrote pisses me off. One of the things is all of us to a degree are amateur when we come to our reporting. But one of the things we love to do is we reference where we got our sources from. Correct?
Yeah.
Correct.
John, when you talk about movies, like the director even said that, you will tell them go look at his Twitter at this. He's not doing that. He's not going to give the audience stuff so they can fact check it.
It's just basically they use the something, they use the console fanboy term. Dude, trust me. They just use that. That's their basically that's their seal of legitimacy. That's Yellow 2Flash's seal of legitimacy. Just dude, trust me.
That's not how you report things, Yellow 2 Flash. If you were reporting situations, or even if I'm making a history lesson, I at least know where they came from, and I try to reference and say, look this up to this person, this stuff. Or if I'm just going to sit there and roast somebody, I'm going to roast stuff that's common knowledge to the public.
Understandable.
And that's not what he's doing. He's trying to be a professional reporter, but failing at it because you're not giving them the context they need.
Look, I must say this. I'm gonna say this right now.
Hmm?
If you're trying to do what you're trying to do it correctly. Don't do it incorrectly. Because
Yeah, really.
because
Or
the
don't
single
do it in a-
goddamn fact to know that people will go ahead and call you the fuck UT off the wrong information. Believe me, it's happened to a lot of motherfucking people who give out wrong information. You would be called the fuck UT out.
Okay, I'm gonna be really evil here.
Be
Fox
honest.
News does a better job than this.
True.
Okay, I'm ready for the next video if you are.
I'm already about to hit this button. It's already going to be like... The shortest one will be video 3, but that's just like 4 minutes of unintentional racism from Ryan Kennel. But we'll get there when it comes to, especially now that Soma's here. Oh,
Look at the title. It just has Spike saying beta.
I'm about to hit it right now.
Go
I'm hitting
ahead.
it right now.
You get a drink.
Netflix Cowboy Bebop has been nothing but a disaster since it was announced.
He said that he's basically saying that it's been a disaster since it's been announced. The only people that's calling it a disaster is all the members of the Fandom menace. You realize they're the only ones that's talking, popping shit about it and saying, "Oh, the fans hate the fans." Then why don't you show transcripts of what the fans are saying? You know, it's just easy for them to say that, and they use the cesspool that's Twitter to validate their claims when everybody just talks shit on Twitter.
But here's the thing. When we talk about Twitter, we try to at least give you the information and the context of what
And you know
every
what's-
tweet says.
The picture
More
that
like
they're showing-
John wants to go to tweet land, but at least John will give you the information or try to give you locations and, you know what I mean, to where he got the tweets from.
Now, if you can
This
see,
guy doesn't.
if you see,
We'll give you context to the matter.
Otherwise, that puts the whole fact into Yo Flash 2 is definitely dyslexic. Possibly.
I don't care if you're dyslexic or not, you're being dishonest to your audience.
Look, I'm gonna break this down. I'm gonna break this down to everybody because the single got. I will agree on that, Kage. I agree on that, Kyo, on that bit right there. What you just said, yes. Because only thing you doing is called. Everybody know foreshadowing up the ass, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And how? That's what he is doing. He's doing a massive foreshadowing to his goddamn to his peoples by verses. It's no black. Everything's not all black and white as it seems. You doing a massive foreshadowing. Damn right. He doing a massive foreshadowing up to the ass and folks who be believing his goddamn foreshadowing.
Now,
Gotta
if you notice something though, he's showing a tweet from IGN that shows a screenshot of there's going to be a Netflix Cowboy Bebop comic series that's going to lead into the show, and they managed to take the actors and make them look animated. And it's funny how the actor who plays Spike in live action, when they just animated him, he looks close to anime Spike. It's like, he quite literally, and Faye in the background looks like her, but from her, like, we see her giving a facial expression that Faye would give. So it's almost like, dudes, what are they bitching about? And they're already saying it's going to be bad without them watching it. That's the thing. They're going to go based off a trailer and a synopsis, and that's it. That's how they're going to judge it.
You don't get the context behind it. For one, I'm going to give everybody an example here. Does anybody remember the Infinity War trailer?
Yes.
It was a massive lie. It was designed because they Marvel wanted to trick you. To think, oh, it's going to be this. When you went and see it, you were blown away because that was not what you were told. It was better. Because they knew people would judge it by the trailer, so they pulled that trick. So, who's to say they're not doing this here, but they're showing you the actual character designs? Synopsis, for all we know, could be literally a lie and pulling a hood over your eyes.
No, that's plug and down technique.
On
Ocean's 11.
So
Or that too.
let's see the trash this guy let's hear the trash he spews. He's already depressing. Come on, play already.
And it keeps getting worse. Now they've announced a novel and a comic book to tie in to their
I'm going to point out
garbage
something I don't know
series.
for 40 seconds, but
And what
points
top
out
level?
he's pissed that Western drawers are doing this. Okay, did you know that there was a case that I've seen some people where mangakas or the writers have gotten somebody from Japan for a Western person to draw it because for the Western style, but the Japanese writer writes it in their style.
That's the
And
thing.
he
Again,
said
that
this
just
is
shows
this.
he knows nothing about anime. He claims like he thinks he's a fucking expert by a Google search.
Let's say this in terms. He's not no fucking expert. Only thing he's doing is spending others in the lies.
You
That's
want me to
all
tell
it
you an
is.
example? It's a
Go ahead.
very hated series. There's a Twilight graphic novel series that was drawn by a mangaka, you know what I mean, an up-and-coming guy, I can't think of it. It's in manga format, and it was some of the dialogue was written by the original author. There's an example there of the inverse.
Or known as coexist.
Okay,
You
I'm gonna hit play on this
Hit
idiot.
play.
Japanese talent, are they getting to make this comic book and novel? Oh, they're getting Western
Again,
artists
Death Note is one up.
and writers. So you already know that this is going to be garbage.
Still a B.
It's going to be grade A garbage, and it's going to be very, very bad. Like the show will probably be. Because, I mean, didn't you ever see Death Note?
Oh yeah, I'm at the 57, almost 52nd mark, and he's bringing up Death Note again. I think at this point, he's just using a non-argument, because Death Note at this point, that argument is dead. Is long dead.
It's like Death Note is the live action Death Note is as notorious as the Dragon Ball Evolution Death live action. They're
Yes, it
both
is.
bad. Hell, I'm gonna go one step further. The 1995 Mortal Kombat movie, which I critiqued the hell out of. You can go to my channel. I was brutal on that. Had problems with it, and so did the sequel to that, Annihilation. If we want to go to the video game.
Mortal Kombat Annihilation, at first, I thought that was my favorite one, but I'm like thinking, nah, the first one's so much better.
And then we're gonna go down. We're not gonna go down the Mortal Kombat situation, but you're judging way too much on past bad movies. You also, he's not taking into account, like we said earlier, Rurouni Kenshin, Bleach, or any of the others. They are intentionally avoiding that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just something that's like, wow. Alright, I'm here playing.
It's terrible. Terrible.
Wait, one more
this is-
critique.
What?
They need a Western drawler so they can get the Western look of the human, like how the actress looks.
That's exactly what
Because Japanese art style is different than to a degree than to Westerns.
And that's what
Okay.
they do. That's the thing. That's what this screenshot in his video shows, but he's still trashing it. He didn't even give us like the dude looks no different than Spike now, more so in that type of art.
So, what would you have said if, which he's not reading, if a Western, like I said, is drawing it, the mangaka and the original writers are writing the story?
Mm-hmm.
Soma, anybody else here, would you enjoy that?
Yes.
Alright. Just wanted to add that in there. Because there are cases where that has happened.
This is, I mean, yes, we do have cases that this happens, and we have rare cases then Westerns and Japanese artists do collide, do come together and collapse. We do have those rare occasions, do happen.
I mean, look at the, okay, it was a travesty. Does anyone remember when they manga'd, like the DC comics?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was bad, but it was funny looking.
Mm-hmm. So you just look. I'm just gonna say this. You don't care how the shit is gonna turn out. Let the true audience goddamn see it for themselves, and they can judge for themselves if they like it or they're not. Not these goddamn bootlegging ass, no good sons of bitches out here on this damn internet, including you two and the Phantom Menace. I'm talking about y'all motherfuckers with your intaking asses in. Your intaking, inbred, no good, tiring ass bitches to ridiculous that y'all asses are 100% correct. When in reality, y'all are 100% wrong for all the shit that coming out of your fucking mouths. A blind bitch can goddamn call you the fuck out.
Well put and well said, Soma.
Damn.
Well said. Well said,
I'm
Soma.
to hit this button and hear the rest of it.
And one more thing, audience. I find this thumbnail to be a bit insulting. Even with my insulting thumbnails, I'm not gonna go and call all of y'all betas.
Exactly.
No, because that's a death wish for you.
Oh, that's asking for the fandoms individually to target and murk your ass.
I would love to see Stefan cover this.
Me.
Alright, I'm hitting play.
This is what Netflix is doing. They're just going to go and take anime properties that people love and try to make live action versions of them. And somehow that's going to increase their anime portfolio, I guess.
If he's bringing up the
Netflix is
arguments,
on their way out the
I may
door,
be
in
ahead
my
of you, John.
opinion. The
Bring up
signs
that
are there. I
actress's
don't
video
think
that
they'll
I
be.
saw in your previous one.
What?
She wasn't shit talking to a degree. She was probably shit talking what she had to go through in making a movie.
Mm-hmm.
And she's giving you basically behind the scenes information, which you don't usually get until like the movie's released. Bitches, I would love to see how like animes being made before it's released.
Yo, I don't think Conundrum knew this thing. I think that if people would have went off. Quite literally, Clownfish TV, those two, they quite literally called this version of Faye Valentine looking like a secretary bitch. I'm like,
And here's
really?
another thing. They're getting mad over the fact that she's fully clothed in certain scenes. Bitch, I remember certain scenes in the Faye Valentine. She had to be fully clothed to infiltrate. She was a spy. She wasn't dressed full sex mode, sex appeal 24/7.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Alright, I'm hitting.
You have a point there. Yes. This is the thing. Many times time, only job, her role is get in and out. Get information, get out. That's all she do.
If she has to
And
dress
she
like...
and she got how to get. Now, people still not know where Valentine can handle her own in the fight. And she get hasty, she gonna get her ass out of it. One way or another, she gonna get her ass out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
As long as she have that information, as long as she got that information from whoever information getting it, and she need to get out, she is gonna get the fuck OUT out. I can give a props to Faye Valentine on that little bit.
She was a damn good infiltrator and a damn good spy. Oh, that's something else they're not bringing up in this. They're not bringing up what her character was.
Damn.
It's
Like,
leaving out
okay,
some details.
everybody should know about the Cowboy Bebop anime. Everybody should know that one freaking episode that she literally got in her own goddamn space, in her own space shield, and literally got into a fucking fight in space.
Yeah.
So, fuck you, me.
Hell,
That's-
she could go toe-to-toe in an argument with Spike.
Yes!
Yeah.
And Spike is a motherfucking hard-ass, badass motherfucker. We'll go to anybody who get in his fucking goddamn way. But Faye Valentine too is Faye Valentine done a counter argument on that damn Spike, and Spike to be bad fuck down.
I mean, if you look at one of the episodes, spoiler for a 20-plus-year-old, she says, "You're practically gonna go to this final battle to die." He's like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He'll call it out as it is.
Alright, I'm hitting this button on this bastard.
Be one of the streaming services that stand.
One thing you got,
If anything, I
give
think
me
someone
one
will
her.
buy
Just give me
them.
one of those.
Who that is, who knows? But this Cowboy Bebop
Oh my
series
god,
has
I'm
been
looking
nothing
at
but
where
a
he got
disaster.
it. It's
I
from
mean,
the comic
considering
book
I
thing.
consider Faye Valentine quite fairly hot.
And the
She's
actress
hot,
Hot,
she's
though,
intelligent,
the actress
she's
who
hot,
played her-
intelligent, badass.
Bet you one thing, since this is how good of a good person weeb I am to a degree, and I'm just gonna call myself a weeb to otaku. Did you know that every episode in Cowboy Bebop was named after a jazz song?
Yes, it does.
They played jazz constantly in here.
Yes.
You don't like blues and jazz?
Something wrong with your black ass, okay?
I
Seriously,
mean, it's
like,
not for everybody, but there's certain good songs, and the ones that he picked were good songs.
Yes, it is. Tank is one of them.
Battle of the Fallen Angels.
That's the bomb. That's the devil. That's the devil bomb. Then we got we do got the one for remember the space trucker?
So
That
I'm calling out here some of the things that are good about Cowboy Bebop because we're always shitting on like this, but let's bring up some
They're
good things
also
about the
the thing is
original
funny is
show. At least.
they're also trying. It's almost like they're also trying to downplay how the actress looks. Now on Discord, I'm about to send you a screenshot of the actress. You're gonna tell me that this girl
She's
is
fine
not.
looking.
But here's the thing. There's more of a more that I want to see them try to argue with this. There you go. I sent you all that. That's the actress who plays Faye.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Whoa. Whoa. I mean, look. Body-wise, figures-wise.
She's got the thing, not too
She
big
got-
busty.
She
She
not
wasn't
too
really
busty.
busty to begin with.
Look, hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Look, hold on. Let me gonna say this. Of the finest fruit. She is the finest fruit. She got the
Yeah,
body
in that
figure.
era, yes.
She got the finest. She got the figure to go ahead and play Faith Valentine.
Oh yeah.
She got the figure to go ahead and play her role. 5 motherfucking verses, and I'm gonna be dead honest. I mean, like, this is. I mean, if Faith Valentine is real life, this one right here will be Faith Valentine. To be
And you're
blunt.
talking to two people who probably watched the anime multiple times, dubbed and
Dubbed.
subbed.
Yes.
Cheeto,
So-
have you watched it subbed before Cowboy Bebop?
I never watched the sub, but I've watched only the dub in every single episode.
I know people in real life who have said they love Cowboy Bebop, and I said when I mentioned dubs, they're like, "Oh, I love Cowboy Bebop, and I love the dub."
Yeah.
So that's how beloved Cowboy Bebop is, and that's why they're blowing this out of context. This can be taken as a
Yep.
topic.
And we got Stephen J. Bloom to thank because he made that character and he owned up to that character.
I'm gonna throw a manga recommendation out here for any who make it this far. I don't know how far we're recording. Look up the manga Black Cat because it literally is almost
Yes.
like Cowboy Bebop, but was like
Yes.
an alternate take.
Oh, I
It's a
actually have
good
a few
manga.
volumes of that.
Hold on. Oh, Black. Oh yeah, I know about Black Cat, and I
I like
also.
Cowboy Bebop.
Look, but listen, it's just like look, if you could put Cowboy Bebop and Black Cat, that's be like an alternate universe type of thing.
It's basically Cowboy Bebop, not in Cyberpunk. But let's continue with this nightmare.
Yep.
All right, then let's continue.
You've got the main actress that plays Faye. Trashing
Oh my
fans
God,
puts a
he's
whole
using pronouns.
sarcastic video
But-
out.
Now he's even
Mhm,
putting words.
yes.
He's putting words in her mouth, saying, "Oh, she's saying trash the fans with her sarcastic video." I'm like, I don't know where they're getting that. It's just, it's like, where do they hear the sarcasm? The chick,
I hear a woman telling you behind the scenes.
exactly. But this thing, if it's not their way, it ain't right. I'm continuing.
Of her talking about how they couldn't find anybody that looks like Faye.
This is not your run-of-the-mill type of woman right here. Actor, we are dealing around with.
And the thing is, it
Oh
also
my
depends.
God, he's using articles from places that are known for like either biased reviews or non-biased. I have seen very little of the articles he decides to pull up that aren't biased to a degree or
Mhm.
non-biased. Please find an independent media outlet.
And the thing is, he doesn't seem to understand that just because an actress looks like her, they also have to pass an audition. So she clearly got the role. She had to act to get the role. So it's like they don't. He's not even processing that either.
Movie trivia. Did you know that in Indiana Jones, Lucas was originally not going to get Harrison Ford? He auditioned. He nailed it so well, but he was very undecisive whether to do it because he was already playing Han Solo.
Of course.
So,
Makes
but because he
sense.
nailed it so well in the audition, he got it.
Mhm.
Continue.
Yep.
We're talking auditions.
She didn't want to wear Faye's costume because it's tissue paper and stuff. Basically telling fans to F off. And this is kind of the norm. This is kind of the norm when it comes to Netflix. Because look at Kevin Smith. Kevin Smith wasted no time telling fans that they're trash. And now we have
Yes, it
Danielle
was
Pinetta
hilarious because she was telling you the
fans
behind the
that they're
scenes
trash because they're
dumbass.
upset that
Ignorant.
their version of Cowboy Bebop is pretty much being shit on. And this is going to be the superior version. I can't wait for this show to come out. Because I guarantee you,
Okay.
the media is going to
point
this
to
is
the
this is way better than the
John,
anime. This is
I'm
great.
gonna- I
This
don't
is
mean
the
to
modern
overpower you a
update
lot,
we needed.
but
Faye no longer
it
looks
seems
like a
both
stripper.
of us
That
are
makes it
Bushido.
better right there.
I
We
gotta
took
ask you
all
a
the
question. When you saw what she said, did that not sound like sarcasm to you?
I don't let some of the sarcasm get to me at all.
Oh, like she was being sarcastic and snarky. Not insulting, but like, oh, I can't. That's like tissue paper. You know what I mean? She was.
Oh, Wendy Lee's line, gotcha.
He was being
That's not.
sarcastic. Come on, is that not sarcasm?
Yeah, but this is funny. Like I said, I get it, but they don't like it when it's done back to them. That's what I'm saying. It's like this
No, it
fucking
doesn't even
tribal
seem dumb bad.
mentality.
She was addressing everybody, not them.
Oh,
Everybody.
we're coming up to a part where he contradicts himself. Remember, the Fandom Menace is all about. One of the things is they hate race swapping. Okay. Yellow Two Flash has
40 seconds.
And guess
so
what?
That's why
He's about to fucking I remember seeing this part. He's gonna say, "Oh yeah, Jet Black looks really good." Wait a minute, he's been race bent though. But I thought you guys were
I'm
against
gonna
it.
hit the watch.
I am too.
Mm-hmm.
Sexuality out of it. So, isn't she a better character now? And wait till Ed appears. Oh, Ed is a wet.
Well, I'm waiting for the ads to go away. He's saying that Ed, without even seeing Ed, he's gonna assume they're gonna make Ed a pronoun.
You mentioned pronouns already.
I guarantee, and I'm calling it right now. They're going to give Ed
You
pronouns.
posted the video on Twitter.
And they're gonna be they,
Do you
them.
not have your own Discord, buddy?
I promise you that's going to happen.
For you.
Oh
Not
yeah, that's right. I was technically a part of Yellow Flash 2's Discord before I got kicked.
So Bushido, is he like the most biasy? I don't know how to put it. From what I'm watching, I mean,
How do I say it? He actually made somebody an admin and basically did the work for him. So let's just say that he's very lazy and does not interact with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So he doesn't do correct information gathering either, like we do with our audiences in our Discord. Shameless
Yeah.
plug for all our Discords here. We tend to have links on our channels. Bad Reviewer, Bushido Blade, and Emperor John Kill here watching this. And this is usually our guest host through several times, Soma.
I got an idea. You know what? Once we get to the Ryan Kennel one, we're gonna save Star Wars Girl and Geeks and Gamers for tomorrow. I'm turning this into a trilogy.
Okay, then.
Why not? This is literally the Empire Strikes Back. We spent 2 videos destroying Neil Thrash's career.
Yep. So I'm about to hit the button because once we get to the
Wait a minute. Before I get done, when we get done with all 3 of these, Bushido, and I yelled Yellow Flash during the Vic Mignogna case, and we're going to talk about that for a little bit, the encore, what he used to be like and what he is now.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
All right, I'm playing the button.
let's just say it
Twitter's
seemed to
gonna-
be credible and accurate enough, but he actually did all of the sources and then basically fact-checked everything.
We're going
Even
to
when
point out a
it was-
lot of things about. We're going to go into the Vic Mignogna case because there are 3 key players that are in the Phantom Menace that are hung around a lot. Yellow Flash and basically Umbrella Guy. But Yellow Flash is who I want to stick on because he got his big. That's how he blew up.
Mm-hmm.
They
Yeah.
only blew up through controversy, not their own talent. All right, I'm hitting this button.
It's going to trend for days and days and days, and then the ratings are going to fall into the toilet, and they're going to say, well, what happened? And those of us that
Oh
watch
God, they bring the Last Jedi.
dumpster
Of
fire
course they do.
from the side here.
Hold up, I just paused it at 3 minutes. Speak of the devil, he's live streaming about it again. This is video number
Watching
3
it.
from him in just a day.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, I'm hitting play.
Here, we'll be
Just
laughing
continue.
and laughing. But anyway, Here's how I know that's going to happen.
Let's not
You
forget
get Screen
Soma's got
Rant
his taken
already praising Daniela's response.
Yeah.
I said this.
Nobody listens to Screen Rant, so you're using a biased source, not an independent
mentioned that
source.
This was
earlier.
going to happen yesterday in my video. I said by the end of the day,
Mm-hmm.
and look what happened 19
Again,
hours
you're
ago.
sounding biased, sexist, and all
This
sorts
dropped.
of things that you claim you're
They're-
not.
They're saying, "Oh, her video is hilarious," and it wasn't.
Pretty much, he's
It
saying
wasn't
everything
hilarious.
in
It was
everything
cringy.
out, everything in
and
them
pathetic.
book, which you not is, but you really
But they
is.
praise a whole article praising it. This is great. Shitting on fans is awesome. It's amazing.
So this doesn't say anything in the article about people shitting on fans, but he's adding and saying this article, basically, he's trying to basically say the article says they are shitting on the fans. This is coming from their mouth. Like, I don't see any of that, but there's thing he doesn't zoom it in. He leaves it blurry. You know.
We love it.
Okay,
We
he
love it
brought
here
the
at
show
the
and how he
Access
says nothing
Media.
in his canon. What you
So listen
told
to
me,
this.
and many people have told me about this, because I'm not following the live action to the degree. You know me in live actions. I have a bias. Audience and John's audience, I have a bias towards the live actions, but I will pick them up. I have watched quite a few. On the side, on my downtime. Like, when I'm extremely bored, I'm like, okay, let's see what the Rooney Pigeon is. Oh, this is pretty good. Oh, let's see what Dynasty, the Mortal Kombat. Oh, it's pretty good. So, I have picked up a lot of live actions, but I take my time when doing them.
Mm-hmm.
And I usually go in with an open mind, not narrow-minded. Because if you go in there with a Death Note and all these mindsets, you're going to just go in there with a ruined mindset. It's not going to, you're just going to see all the bad. You're not going to try to see the potential of the good they could do.
Yep.
And if he's saying some of this is non-canon, do remember the show was left open-ended. Yeah, I said that. I watched the show.
I think to him, he's basically like, if it's not canon to him, it needs to be not canon for everyone's mindset. So he wants
Headcanon, and I
yeah,
hate that
he
shit.
wants his head canon to be the official canon, which that's the one thing they criticize. I'm like, they're just the very thing they hate.
You're live long enough to become the hero or die villain. The quote.
Then we still got we still got at least 6 minutes or so of his video. And then
Okay.
6 minutes and 26 seconds.
then we'll close it off with racist Kennel.
Cowboy Bebop star Danielle Pineda sends a sarcastic apology to people criticizing her character,
Okay,
Faye
Faye
Valentine,
Valentine
for
being
not
covered
perfectly
head to
matching the
toe.
anime.
We have to remember the guideline system, how the ratings is nowadays. John, I know that, like I said, I'm probably further ahead of you.
I'm right here, yeah.
One of the things I bet you didn't know, and this goes in, depending on if it's PG-13 or not, in the X-Men Origins movie, the very first one, which the only best scene is the opening scene where they show how long Wolverine's lived, they almost got rated R because they were told you can't say fuck more than like 3 times, and the headshot ending almost got them put to rated R. That's how sensitive movie ratings
are, yeah, exactly. There's some sensitive fuckers.
So you need to put that in factor, but he's not putting that in factor either. Because, I mean, come on, Deadpool almost didn't get published because Fox didn't want to put it to rated R. It was only because they said, oh, we'll take the movie out and won't let you publish it, that it got the rated R. And it's beloved.
Deadpool was definitely a great movie.
But here's another thing. Him being dressed head to toe, she's even said, yes, some things can't fly, but, I mean, if you're running around... Animation is different. You can make a girl run around in a skimpy outfit at work. Real life, that doesn't work that
Especially in
way.
action scenes. Like, think about it. If she had 30-60 breasts, it would be impractical in a fight.
I mean, come on. Try turning High School of the Dead with all those jiggle physics and stuff like this. Yes, I'm referencing your other one from yesterday.
Yep.
Big busty woman in an apron. And do that in live action. It won't work.
Mm-mm.
You're gonna might as well just go to the hub. Okay, when I hit play.
Alright, that's what I'm doing.
Completely. Okay. And it was so funny. It was so funny. I posted that video on Twitter, and it's like, here comes the pronoun gang. Here they come. Like, well, she's a boss. She's the best. You need to just shut up. You just need to lick that boot. It's amazing.
One thing I hate is how he oversimplifies what people say and takes out so much context just so he can have a reason to make fun of people.
Yes.
I know, I'm still hitting play because I'm still watching this.
No,
I'm
no,
gonna do
no. I'm shaking my head right now in real life because of stupidity.
IGN was chilling for
Utter
that
stupidity.
trash game. Of course, they were a bunch of
I don't
bootlickers.
really don't get why some people watch this shit.
We go down here, they're just praising her.
Why are you taking a look at it?
Of
if you
course,
hate it?
this is far from the first
Huh?
time a female performer has been
looking at
criticized for not
flashes.
perfectly matching the bodily
Like, I don't know why
proportions
I'm
of a
looking at this
character
and like, why are you
design,
looking at it if you
or
hate it?
sometimes just for not matching
Like-
unrealistic
Like,
expectations.
Alright, let me know when
Kelly
you're done
Marie
watching it, 'cause
Tran
I've
got
already
to
seen
the
like
Last
these
Jedi, so
several
of
of
course
it.
we need to tie the
And
Last
basically,
Jedi
so much
into this for
intention
some
work on it,
reason.
like normal.
We need to tie
What you
Last
said, 'cause
Jedi
I
in
popped
there.
and said my
What
piece
is
on
it
a
with-
lot of it.
They love tying that movie into anything possible. So Panada's response is certainly humorous, but it also slightly pokes holes in the pervasive expectation that women in real life must look like the exaggerated features of an animator's imagination, and that women's bodies are something any stranger can have free range to comment on. It's difficult to imagine this will ever happen, but we can only hope eventually people will learn to embrace changes in their beloved properties, knowing that even if they don't like something new, the original will always be there for them to love untouched. The last sentence is true. The original is still there, untouched, and you can go enjoy it, and I highly suggest you do, and skip this show entirely.
He's basically saying, like, the person in the article said the same thing. It said something which is surprising. The original is there untouched. You still have the original. And he's like, yeah, go watch the originals. Don't watch this one. That's not your call, buddy. You can't make that call for people. Like, if
And that's
you
intentionally trying to make the film fail too.
Exactly.
yes.
It's like all their stuff is so coordinated. It's just insane.
What was the movie that did good? It was really good, but bombed because of people like this? That just came out recently? Why, I can't remember. Oh, Suicide Squad 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the second Suicide Squad. Yeah, it was really
Because
good,
people like
but
you,
bombed.
Yellow Flash, that had problems.
They always have problems.
Anyway,
Always.
I'm gonna hit this button because now it's like we only have 2 minutes basically.
Because they go on to talk about in this how it's going to add new things to the show and bring more things to the source material. Nothing that happens in this show is canon. Nothing. So here,
I'm gonna tell him something. I'm gonna say something to Yellow Flash as the shocker. Nothing that happens in the animes is canon to the manga. You stupid ass. It's like he's the kind of guy that thinks that the manga and the anime are canon to each other.
let me give you an example of that because I'm a big anime fan. The first Full Metal Alchemist season, the first one by Studio Bones, not Brotherhood, half of that show was original anime original. It's considered non-canon to the original stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They made Brotherhood make the show canonized stuff. Second one I can give you, Akame got killed, otherwise everyone dies.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I know about Akame got killed. I like that.
After a certain point, the writers hadn't even got anywhere, and they went all the animators went all original, and the writers went all original. So they're two stark different stories. Again, he's not going to bring examples like up to this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, keep it going.
here we go.
Just adding to
You're
your
not
point.
allowed. Now, this is somehow a critique on her body, which, no, that's not the case. She doesn't even have to look like Faye. Like, it'd be fine.
Now he just said that she doesn't need to look like Faye Valentine when he was just bitching in the last video that she needs to look like Faye Valentine. Contradiction, hypocritical, double side at its finest.
Exactly.
I'm hitting this button.
I've pointed out several things about Faye in general in just this video. All three of us have.
Mm-hmm.
Cheetos and Soma and me. Everyone can
Yeah,
see
what's
her
up?
Anybody that can, like, the
Saying.
body
Three of us
argument
have pointed out
isn't
many
what people
contradictions.
are really
But don't
pushing.
worry, Yellow Two
It's the
Flash.
way that she's
I'm gonna give you your
dressed.
comeuppance by the end of this.
Oh, don't worry, I'm still watching. I'm 6 minutes and 30 seconds, and it ends at 8:16.
Already
The
watched
way
the
that she
whole
looks,
video,
she's
so
covered from head to toe.
I know the horror.
And that's not Faye Valentine. Okay?
It gets worse.
You could have made a few changes here to make it
did
somewhat
worse.
resemble the original outfit. And I'm not saying she had to walk around in a bikini, but there's ways to do it. Cosplayers have been doing it beautifully for years. I've shown plenty of those pictures.
He's using the cosplayer argument again, which at this point, that's irrelevant. It's a non-argument.
Contradicting his previous argument in the video. He did that 3 times.
Of course.
I'm hitting
Yes.
him. He's a contradictive shoehorn.
It could have been
Walking
done.
paradox.
But
And I
instead,
call him
it-
one of the biggest cloud chasers.
Oh, yeah.
He's a grifter.
They're all
Oh,
grifters.
I also call him a grifter.
They notice that they hate being called grifters. That's one thing they
Yeah,
do.
even I could be considered a grifter at times. But
no. Take that shit back.
Okay, I'll call retraction.
File that retraction because
even if it's smacked in the face.
the signify you is not like them. You call yourself like that, that stands for you calling you're not one of them. You're not one of them.
Go on hot topic sometimes, but I won't touch it like one time. That's it.
Yes.
And they want to make 50 videos on the subject.
Yep.
Geeks and gamers.
I'm hitting.
Yes, because the single fact that you're not one of those fundamentals like doing this kind of type of idiotic bullshit type of shit.
We're gonna deal with him tomorrow. Don't worry, I'm hitting this button just so we can get through this and then get to Ryan.
decided to cover from head to
You
toe.
know, Return.
And maybe
Empire
we'll get to
Strikes
see
Back
some
is
angle.
considered dark.
But of course,
So
all of
somebody's
this
going to
criticism
dark side,
always
yellow
gets
too flat.
dismissed because
I think the shield went him very well because we followed the Mignana case.
Nice.
wants to masturbate frantically to the show or something. That's what people say, and they always dismiss it. And then the properties crash and burn, and it's hilarious because we've proven right. When you take all the sex appeal out of something, it always turns to shit. And that's what they're doing. Anyway, I'm not shocked that the media's defending this. I'm sure you're not either, but it's still fun to take a look at and talk about. Let me know what you guys think about all this. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.
All right, we're going to the next video now because now he's getting into his e-bagging. Oh, Yellow 2 Flash.
This one that I see here that you sent it, is this really related to the topic?
Which one?
With the Ryan Kennel?
But it's related to stuff that's going on this week because basically now they're lying about the Marvel's What If, a show that's not even canon.
How is this related to? Hey,
Well, no, that's the thing. We have now completed all the Cowboy Bebop stuff from my first video, and these were the last two was to deal with him. Now we're on the Marvel's What If, which is a two-part, and Jeremy's recent video, which is just basically he needs to be put in his place.
You know what? Let's end it here so we can just. This will be the completion of the phase thing. On the finale, it'll be all about the what if because that will make better continuity sense. Because you're a better creator when it comes to continuity than these silly fools.
Yeah, because as you can see, they're trying to compare. They're basically just like, whew. I don't know what to say about them anymore. They're just retarded.
Okay. Soma, your opinion on that second video, because sweet Jesus.
That is a massacre. That's
Of what he said.
No, you just heard what that said? If I say it's an ugly massacre, it is an ugly massacre. Because of the single fact he is contradicting himself multiple fucking goddamn time. His logic is unbalanced as fuck to the goddamn degree that everything that he's saying don't make no fucking sense and don't have no common sense on top of that crap. Which I'm going to fucking go ahead and say and point to focal UT out on this goddamn person who to be did this motherfucking shit. If you are ever going ahead and do any other context, please make sure your context is at 100%. So you don't have to be fact checked personally because all this shit from start from hearing this shit to start to fucking finish is a lot of bullshit. It's utterly bull fucking shit that which you are saying because you are nothing but a two-faced. How do I put this in terms? Two-faced, incompetent, tired ass, son of a bitch.
Trifling ass.
That's what he is. Because the only thing you trying to do is trying to dominate peoples in your own domain, which that don't pan the fuck out. Because somebody's going to retaliate on your goddamn ass, and they're gonna get on your motherfucking ass. Cause you trying to make it sure enough that everything's underneath your control. That don't work out. That's not how to fucking don't. That don't know how to work. That don't work out at all because it's all. If you like this, if you try to put somebody in the corner, if you back a cat into the corner, with them calls gonna come out. Fuck yes, it will. What you are doing to your audience, Yellow Flash, is doing that damn shit but 10 times worse. To your own people, to your own audience, that to be tune in to your fucking YouTube channel. To me, fucking damn personally, to me, the person enough, I would not subscribe to this goddamn motherfucker, because if I subscribe to him, I would be on his damn throat.
Yeah, but the funny part is we be seen as the problem.
Because I'm seeing multiple flaws. I'm seeing multiple fucking flaws into his shit right now. And this is the kind of type of person you motherfucking is. And this is the content that you doing out here on YouTube, bitch. You need to get the fuck off fucking YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's gonna take one person to do your ass in.
I wish they had thick skin.
Okay, Bushido. I'm gonna go into the Mignana case and how Yellow 2 Flash blew the fuck up. You ready to destroy this guy's
We
career?
got about 10 minutes. That'll be like, this is the last 10 minutes. That's something you guys could cover.
Okay.
No.
So,
You're
what
gonna
were
wanna
you
hear
saying,
this,
Kyo?
audience, including you, John.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna let you guys start it off.
Alright. One thing, Yellow 2 Flash was an irrelevant asshole for the longest time. It wasn't until Mignana case came around that he blew up. I mean, he had, I think, like 10,000 subs when that first came out, and then he's now where he's
Probably
at.
not even.
He didn't even have
About 50 to maybe 40,000.
He didn't even have merchandise available. Remember?
Yeah,
So,
I remember.
okay. Mignana thing comes out. It almost gets canceled too, by the way. Yellow 2 Flash, why didn't it work? And here's another thing Yellow 2 Flash doesn't do. He doesn't do a face reveal. So for all we know, he could be like that nonchalant motherfucker we know.
Yeah, other than that, for the fans panel at KamehaCon, I believe.
And he is always, one of the things he is, even in the Mignana era, he accidentally gave misinformation that sided with the other side, I believe. Didn't it?
Seems that way. I mean, I kind of remember that.
Didn't he actually give side with the other side? Kick face side at one point?
Oh, what did you just say?
Yellow Flash, we're referring to that. He might have sided
Yellow
with
Flash too.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, he did give out some top secret information that he should not have.
But I mean, him, Ricada, and all them were all on it, but the way they would cover it, Ricada did a more authentic job because he would at least give you the facts of what they're trying to say.
Yeah,
And tried to. And you would get the transcripts. But Yellow 2 Flash does just a shit job because he doesn't want to give you the context to anything. He wants to control the narrative. He only wants to bring up two biased sources. He doesn't want to bring up non-biased sources. And if he does, please use something like NewsGuard. It literally will at least tell you if it's biased or non-biased. Yes, that's a thing you can add to your browser.
I mean, he also has a problem with that one news source. Was it Anime News Network? That's one of them, and also that Otaku one.
I mean, who does it with those? But at least I can get what's coming up with the anime season.
Yeah.
So everywhere will always be biased, but one thing you need to do, Yellow 2 Flash, is also check when you present information like this, whether it's been debunked or not. Because when bogus information will not turn out well for you, and one of the things I'm glad we're doing is I'm able to at least call out some of this stuff, and so are you, John.
I
My
mean,
30-person opinion, I mean, I hate to say this, Yellow 2 Flash has always been known as a grifter. He is worse than the quarter pounder. I don't know how you do that.
And obviously, the quartering covered this shit, but that was just because everybody else covered it of his group.
He's not Phantom Menace. He just jumps everything. He's literally grift. But Yellow 2 Flash is the worst.
No. What he is a leech. He's a legit leech. Legion
Corey's
out
just a
of
I
leech.
mean,
That's
he
what the fuck
basically
he is.
piggybacked off of the Umbrella guy, and he also piggybacked off of Hero Hey and Rakita Love. We can't forget
And
that.
they hate him for that. I think they've split.
Oh, they definitely did split.
They hate
Not only that, they kind of made Senpai's home a bad guy in all this, and considering on that whole Vic situation, I wasn't active enough in Senpai's Discord server, and eventually I got kicked from that one too.
Damn.
Oh god, there was so much stuff going on with Vic, but Yellow 2 Flash, when drama would hit, like bad drama, and people would try to dissipate it, Yellow 2 Flash has a bad habit of being dead center in it. When I mean dead center, like the guy kicking it up to try to keep it going.
Yeah.
Great content.
Known as instigators.
The worst.
Instigating, yes. Not only that, he actually liked and hearted each comment of mine when I said that I agreed with him, and also put my information on it.
He's a doctor, I believe, to a degree.
Oh, and that's right. Yo Flash 2 also got doxxed with a P.O. box because somebody sent him a phone in the box.
Here's the thing. Anybody with a brain on YouTube knows P.O. Box, no docs.
Yeah?
Dumbass.
Yeah. I mean, if you take the phone that is initially wiretapped, don't take the phone with you. You leave it. And you immediately give it to the postmaster and basically say, return this to sender.
Common sense. Wish they had it. Do they? Nope.
I mean, you gotta look at this logically.
Like I say, my strength is not on point. Folks do not don't want to lose the full amount of their brain cells and don't want to think logical of the situation. This is why they end up getting into consequences by verse.
Yep.
That's how that shit works.
Also, have less skeeving coming off of me.
I mean, how do I say it? I still follow Gothic Sushi among the whole I stand with Vic situation. Hey!
At least that's dead now to a degree, and Mignana's kind of recovering.
Yep, I mean, some people say that he's not in any voice roles, and I'm like, oh, he'll make a comeback.
He will, trust
He's
me.
doing indie stuff, I believe.
Look,
Oh yeah, that's right, he was in Deadpool the Musical too!
let's put this in terms. Let's go ahead and put this in terms for everybody. So what, folks stupid shit talks your motherfucking ass here and there. You will make your comeback when you... Look, I'm gonna say this. You're gonna make your comeback, and when you come back, you're gonna come back stronger. So what? So what? You get your ass whooped, got your ass beat. I'm gonna
When
come
people
back.
were trying to bury you 6 feet under,
You're gonna rise from that grave.
yeah, you'll be coming back,
got so
you know,
much
like a phoenix and rising from the deep.
I think we could end it there with our thing on our take on Yellow 2 Flash, me and Bushido's, from what we know it is. Rise. I just want him to fall.
Well, if that's what everybody has to say about that, you got just what do you got on just overall closing statements on these whole things? Because I know tomorrow we have 3 final ones to cover.
Look forward to, it wouldn't be the Return of the Jedi, but the fall. The
It
last
will be
Jedi.
literally these yeah. The last fandom.
Yeah. The last Phantoms, who need to be exterminated, executed, wiped out for the face of the earth.
Alright, everybody, I hope you enjoyed that. Remember, Kyo is back. Bushido Blade Warrior. Soma doesn't even upload. Which would be funny if he did. It'd be wait, where are you from again? Where you living in Georgia? Georgia, right?
But I'm from my home state, Alabama.
Well, with him, it'll be gaming in the ATL with Soma if he ever did a channel.
No. First of all, I'm not in Atlanta.
I know, but it'd be a joke.
I know.
Sweet Home Alabama, Leonard Skinner.
Alabama home. Anyway, guys, we will all be closing this off, and everybody look forward to tomorrow. I hope everybody have fun. We're all out of here.